Oh, I didn't see you there. I actually just finished this book, A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini, and let me tell you, I am in awe. Um, I have a couple minutes, so I have a lot to say, so why don't you come and join me for a minute? Let's get right into it. So, the exploration of the feminist theory, I believe, is the most relevant of the critical theories by far in this book. In the novel, in Afghanistan, every time a woman tries to break societal norms by standing up for herself, she met a calamitous outcome. Right from the beginning, when a maid to a wealthy businessman becomes pregnant with his child, she's the one who suffers. For fear of looking bad to the public eye, he banishes her away to an isolated shack. The man is able to cover up his follies by sending her away, but she has to suffer when he is just as much at fault for the affair. This theme is seen again when the daughter, Miriam, tries to go up to see her father's house for once, disobeying her mother's which is that she must stay at home and learn to cook and clean as a woman should. Her mother hangs herself as a result. For Miriam's small act of rebellion, she is burdened with her mother's death. But now we'll get to the bulk of where the true feminist theory is seen. Rashid is an old man who, against their wills, marries Miriam and a young girl named Layla. Neither of the girls wanted to marry this brute, but of course they have no say in the matter, so they become the property of Rashid regardless. The man is a tyrant, abusive, rude, unsatisfiable, leaving the woman to endure his lashes from his belt. Literally, lashes. The shining moment, however, is when the women finally fight back the years of oppression and kill Rashid. Now, I know it's not exactly the most noble of things, but enduring all that suffering, their revenge was kind of warranted. However, once again, the woman suffers as Miriam is executed for the crime. Moving on, though, Hosseini's ability to progress the plot and develop the story through imagery is astonishing. He uses descriptions thoroughly and precisely to the point when the majority of a section would be imagery and the actual event was sudden. However, the imagery created an atmosphere or mood where the reader is able to anticipate the events to unfold. One example of this is when Layla's family is finally leaving Afghanistan at civil war. All is peaceful, but too peaceful, and a rocket ends up killing both of her parents. The rocket striking itself is very sudden, but the eerily quiet and tranquil moments leading up to it give a reader an uneasy feeling, leaving them with their jaw dropped open. And finally, I'd like to discuss the juxtaposition between Miriam and Layla. Both women have extremely different backgrounds. Miriam grew up an unwanted bastard and given away to Rashid, and on the other hand, Layla had a bright and educated future ahead of her with her family, but was left with no other option when her parents died but to marry Rashid. So, despite the variances in their personality and initial circumstances, both women find themselves at the bottom of the barrel, trapped inside Rashid's household. This comparison between each character's beginnings and ends are a strong representation of the nature of society. Hosseini shows how a woman may live a certain way for a while, but if society oppresses women, then they very likely will end up with all the rest. All in all, this book was very powerful and evocative of sympathetic and angry emotions in me towards the character struggles, and of course, I certainly would recommend it.